Hello students, in this class I am going to teach you simple present tense. Already we know that in present time we have four tenses, right? So what are they? Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense, right? These are the four tenses in present time. So in this session you are going to learn completely about simple present tense, right? So here I am going to cover the following points. So what are these? Form of simple present tense, form or structure. I am going to cover these points. Form of simple present tense. What is the form of simple present tense? And use of simple present tense. And where do we use? What is the correct use of simple present tense? You are going to learn. And keywords related to simple present tense. So you are going to learn keywords related to simple present tense. Making sentences. How to make sentences in simple present tense. Like positive, that is affirmative, negative sentences, interrogative and negative interrogative sentences. WH questions. So you are going to learn WH questions also. And the final point is exam related question. This is very important. So what kind of questions, how the questions will be asked in examination. So final we are going to learn exam related questions in simple present tense. Of course in every tense I am going to teach you exam related questions, how to answer based on the tenses, based on the tenses, right? So now here the first, let us consider the form, right? Form. What is the form here? Form is here subject plus first form of a verb plus s or es plus you can say that object. So this object is optional. Maybe sometimes here it will be prepositional phrase. Like for example, birds fly in the sky. In the sky is not object. It is prepositional phrase, right? So now here, for example, I write a letter. I is subject, write is verb, letter is object. Just here I am writing object. Just consider it, object is optional here. So now here subject, first form of a verb, s or es to the verb plus object, right? So now here, okay. So here what is here first form of a verb? That means, so we learned, right, the verb conjugation, right? Base form, first form of a verb, second form and third form. What is the first form we can call? The first form is nothing but present form. It is in simple present tense. Past form is second form. Past participle is third form of a verb. For example, if you take go, went, gone. So go is the first form of a verb. Of course, goes will also be there. Go or goes, it is the first form of a verb. What is the second form? Went. And what is the third form? Gone. Right. So now here, so subject first form of a verb, s or es plus object. So here, what is subject? Subject can be we know the personal pronouns, right? First person, second person and third person. What are first person pronouns? First person pronouns are I and we. Second person pronouns you. And third person pronouns personal pronouns he, she, it and they. So now here, when do we use s or es to the verb? So already I have discussed in the previous classes that so we use s or es to the verb when the third person is singular. So here he, she, it. So these three are singular in third person. Understand? For example, if I take a verb called play, I play. So I play football. What is it? I play football. So you play football. He, she, it plays football. He plays football. She plays football. It cannot be used to, we can write here. It rains here. It rains here. It rains here. So they, we can say that they play football. They play football. So did you observe here? When do we add s or es to the verb? When the third person is singular, we add s. We add s to the verb. Understand? If the subject is singular, the verb also must be in singular. So when do we add s or es? When the third person is singular, we add s or es to the verb. So for example, if I say Ramu, this is a name of a person, but we can consider it as a third person singular. Ramu plays football. Ramu plays football. So for example, right, Ramu plays football. So in the same way, right, boy, girl, friend. So these are all third person singular. So for example, Ramu, right, boy and girl, we can consider as they. So here, boys, it's a plural. Boys play football. So friend here, friends. Friends. Girl here, girls. So now here, you see. So third person, name of the person also, it comes under third person singular or plural. So here, right, so when do we add s or es to the verb? We add s or es to the verb when the third person is singular. So when do we add? When the third person is singular, we add s or es to the verb. So the same way. For example, go. So I go to school. So we go to school. You go to school. When it comes to third person singular, he goes to school. She goes to school. Understand? Ramu goes to school. Right. All the girls go to school. Right. So here my friends go to school. My friends go to school. So here when do we add s or es? So you should not forget this. You commit mistakes over here. Right. So here when do we add s or es? When the third person is singular, we add s or es to the verb. S or es to the verb. So what is the form of simple present tense? Subject, first form of a verb, s or es to the verb. It is a form or a structure. The first point is over, right? The first point is over. What is the form here? Subject, first form of a verb, s or es to the verb plus object. It is called, this is the form of a simple present tense. So whenever I ask you, you should be in a position to answer. What is the form of simple present tense? Subject, first form of a verb, s or es to the verb plus object. Right, you have to answer it. And its keywords. When do we use simple present tense? We use simple present tense in many situations. Simple present tense is used to talk about habits, daily activities, regular activities, and routines. Right. The second one is permanent situations. Facts, state verb, sports and commentary, future event. When do we use simple present tense? Simple present tense is used to denote, the first one is habits. Habits. Second one, permanent situations. Permanent situations. Third one, facts. And to indicate state, or we can say that stative verbs, sports events, and to denote future event or plan. So simple present tense is used to denote habits, permanent situations, facts, state, sports event, future event or plan. We can say that proverbs also. Proverbs. Right. First let us see habit. So when do we use? Simple present tense is used to denote habitual actions. For example, we usually wake up at 6 o'clock and we go to bed 10 or 10:30 to every day to bed, right? So here, so from morning to evening, so whatever the activities you do, right? So whatever the activities you do, so maybe sometimes they are called habits, sometimes they are called routines, sometimes they are called regular activities. So that's what habitual. Simple present tense is used to indicate habitual actions. Habitual actions. It is used to denote habitual actions. So what are they? For example, if I say that I drink tea every day morning. I drink tea every day morning. So every day morning, just underline this word. I drink. So every day means what? Let us see the timeline of this simple present tense. So this is the other side is past and the other side is future. Here now. Now is present tense. So I drink tea every day morning. So when do you drink? Every day means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So you drink tea every day. So every day morning from Monday to Saturday every day. It indicates in this timeline we can indicate that simple present tense. So that I drink tea every day morning, Sunday, Monday, from Sunday to again Saturday. So it's your regular activity. It's your habitual action. So here every day morning. So you drink tea every day morning. So every that indicates here simple present. Based on this, in habits or regular activities, we have some keywords. Let me give you the keywords now. Now you can look at the words, look at the keywords here. So here I told you, right? So here habits and routines. Simple present tense is used to talk about habits and routines. This is the first usage of a simple present tense. Right? Habits and routines. What are habits and routines? I gave you an example. I drink tea every day morning. So every day it indicates a clue word called simple present, right? So every day, every week, every month, every year, every summer, every winter, etc. So now here we can say every. So it indicates simple present tense. Habits and routines. Every day you drink tea. That's your habit. From Sunday to Saturday you drink tea. So that indicates habits and routines. Understand? So now here sometimes on Saturdays, on Sundays. So for example, he comes here on Sundays. He comes here on Sundays. That means every Sunday he comes here. Every Sunday he comes here. That was his habit or maybe one regular activity or routines. Right. So on every Sunday, on Sundays he comes here on Sundays. That every Sunday, every week and every weekend, so he comes here. Right. Once a week, once in a week, once a week, once a month, twice a month. For example, he goes to Jaipur once in a year. Once in a year. So once a, twice a, right? Once a year, twice a year, right? So that means his routine is to go to Jaipur. So now here, so every day, every week, every month, every year, every summer, winter. On Saturdays, on Sundays, on Mondays, on Fridays, we can say. once a week, once in a month, once a year, twice a year. So these are the keywords that indicate simple present tense. So there are other keywords. So here I have given like one diagram, in a diagram: always, usually, generally, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. So for example, I write one sentence: he always speaks the truth. He always speaks the truth. He always speaks the truth. Always means what? It says that 100% he will speak truth. So for example, if I write here, he never speaks the truth, 0%. Understand? So for example, when I take usually, right, she usually comes to school late. She usually comes to school late. Usually means not always, the 90%. 10% she comes on time, 90% almost she comes to school late. 90% she comes to school late, 10% maybe on time or in time. So usually, generally 80%. Often, for example, he often goes to temple. So frequently. So 70%. Sometimes, right, he sometimes cooks food. He sometimes cooks food. He sometimes cooks food. 50%. Sometimes means not all the time. Sometimes, right? Not all the time. 50%. That means right. Sometimes he cooks the food. He occasionally comes here. 20%. Right? He occasionally comes here. Not all the time. Not every day. Not an every day. So he just comes occasionally. Whatever the requirement he needs. So in order to find out, he comes here. Like so here occasionally. Seldom 10%, rarely 5, 2, hardly ever, never is. He always speaks the truth. He is called right. He always 100%. He never speaks means 0%. So here, what are the keywords that we use in habits and routines? On weekends, on Saturdays, on Sundays, once a, twice a, every day, every week, every month, every year, summer, winter, always, usually, generally, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. So these are the words that we use in simple present, right, to talk about habits and routines. This is very important, and just whenever you use, so these, whenever the words comes here, so they indicate that they are simple present tense. So now what? Take all the words and take a note down all these, and so use them in your own sentences. So here you see seldom, from seldom to never. There are 4 words: seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. So these words completely negative meaning. So these indicate negative implication, negative meanings. These indicates negative meaning. Seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. So these indicate negative meanings, right? So now the second point is, let's go to second usage of simple present. Sentence is used to talk about permanent situation. So what is meant by permanent situation? For example, so you live in Chintamani, right? So we live in Chintamani. So here we live in Chintamani. So your permanent place, and we live in Chintamani for so many. So here is for a long time, right? So you live in Chintamani. So your permanent place, your permanent resident is Chintamani. For example, in interview there will be a question called, where do you live? So I live in so and so place. So that indicates what? It's a permanent situation. So permanent situation. For example, where do the birds live? Birds live in the nest, in the nest. So this is one, in the nest. So it indicates that, so here birds live in nest. For example, if I say which language you speak, so I speak, right, I speak English, you speak English, Kannada. For example, your mother tongue is Kannada, you speak Kannada. You speak Kannada. Here speak, right? This indicates a permanent. So it is already existed in your mind. You never forget, and you keep on speaking Kannada. You keep on speaking Kannada. So what do? It is existed. That is a permanent. It indicates permanent situation. So here the first one is habits and routines. The second one is permanent situation. What is it? Permanent situation. So here you speak Kannada. Birds live in the nest. We live in Chintamani. So this indicates that what we call permanent situation. Now let's move the third usage. The third usage is facts. Facts. What is meant by fact? So maybe here facts are universal facts. Right, universal truth. Fact is nothing but truth, right? So universal truth, scientific truth. Universal truth, scientific truth. Universal and scientific truth. So what is scientific truth? There are many, right? So there are some facts, universal facts, scientific fact. So it comes under facts. So here simple present tense is used to talk about what? Facts. For example, if I say water boils at 100 degrees. Where is it? Water boils. Water boils at 100 degrees. 100 centigrade Celsius, right? 100 degree. Water boils. Right. So now here the earth revolves around the sun. It's a fact. The sun rises in the east. It's a fact. It's a fact. Birds fly. Birds fly in the sky. Fly is over here. Birds fly. It's a fact. Water boils. Right. So what is it? So these are facts. What are these? Facts. So you can write some more sentences. The sun rises in the east. The earth revolves around the sun. The earth revolves around the sun. And water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Birds fly. Water freezes at 0 degrees. So all these what? Accepted facts. Everybody. So wherever you go, so you have to accept that water boils. So wherever you go, you have to accept that birds fly. Right. Wherever you go, you have to accept that the sun rises in the east. So wherever you go, you have to accept all these. Right. These are the facts. These facts. When we talk about some facts, we use them in simple present tense. There is a fourth user, right? So and also fourth one, state, and it's a stative verbs. So for example, if I say that, right? So for example, you can say that there are many stative verbs. So I believe you. Right? I believe you. So for example, I believe you. Right? There are some verbs we use them in believe, but we don't say that I am believing you. Why we don't use? We learned more about this fourth rule, stative verbs, in present continuous tense. So when I teach you the present continuous, I can go with more elaborate. In this point. I'll teach you in a more elaborate way when I teach you present continuous tense. I believe you. I like you. So he knows me well. So there are I see you. Right. So there are other. So I hear you. 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 So here is what? So this is a stative verb. So what are the difference between stative verb and action verbs? We will see there in the present continuous tense. The fifth point is to denote future event or plan. So here actually we use simple present to indicate future event or plan. Basically we can use simple future also. So we will see the difference when I teach you simple future, right? School reopens on so and so date. Reopens. So in the future it happens. It's a planned event. School reopens on maybe in the month of July, maybe in the month of maybe in the month of June. They leave for Jaipur next month. Leave for Jaipur next month. So leave for Jaipur next month. Next month they are going to leave from here. Right? They are going to leave from here the next month to Jaipur. Right? So it's already planned and future event. So when we talk about future event and plan, we use simple present tense. And the sixth usage and the sixth point is proverbs. So whatever, for example, practice makes man's perfect. Practice makes. Makes is a verb here. So it is called, right, we use simple present to talk about proverbs. Right. So here empty vessels makes much noise. Right. Empty vessels makes much noise. So necessity is the mother of invention. Honesty is the best policy. Right. And the seventh one is when we use demonstration. When somebody demonstrates on anything, we use simple present tense. For example, how to make an omelette. Description of an omelette. So we demonstrate in simple present tense. So you all watch cricket, right? Cricket commentary. So also cricket commentary also it goes in simple present tense, right? For example, Jasprit Bumrah balls to Steve Smith. Steve Smith hits the ball 4. So in such a way, for example, so the cricket commentary. So when we talk about cricket commentary, demonstration and cricket commentary, demonstration and whatever it is, sports event, we use. Just remember this point, it's an extra point to give you. Whenever you watch the cricket, observe the commentary. Right. So this is we use simple present tense to talk about. So there are only main 4 important. What are the habits and routine activities, permanent situation, facts and stative verbs, and the 5th point is to denote future event or plan. So these are very important in simple present tense. When you use simple present, these are the very important points. So next one is how to make sentences in. So up to now we have completed here. Use and keywords. So making sentences. Making sentences. How to make sentences? Positive sentence and negative, interrogative, WH question, exam related questions. So we'll see. So here making sentences in simple present tense. Okay, you can see here. So making sentences, affirmative. Affirmative is nothing but positive sentence. So we have to convert into negative, then interrogative, negative, interrogative. Right? This is the table, then following. So I play football. So in this sentence, play is a main verb. Right? So we cannot play with directly a negative sentence. When we want to make negative sentences in simple present, we need helping verbs here. So in simple present tense, we have some helping verbs called here do or does. In the beginning I told you, for example, play can be written as do plus play. Do plus play is play. So now for example, if I write here plays, does plus play. Does plus play, it becomes plays. What is it? Does plus play, it becomes plays. So I play football. Play is a main verb. So as we need helping verb. Here helping verb do or does. So when I write here play, do or does, so we have to take the do. So here with the help of do, we can make negativity. So what is the negative here? I do not play football. I do not play football. Do not. Do not. Negative, right? Do not. What is the helping verb here? Do. With the help of do, we make it a negative sentence, right? So when I want to change this an interrogative sentence, I play football. So even when you want to make an interrogative sentence, you need the helping verb in simple present tense. So what are the helping verbs here? Do or does again. So with the help of do, I can make a interrogative sentence. How do I make? Play means what? Do plus play. So with the help of do, I can write a question. Do I play? Do I play football? Not cricket. Football. Do I play football? Do I play football? Question mark. Do I play football? So do with the help of do, I write. Do I play football? Right. So when I want to change this into a negative interrogative, so how do you make negative interrogative here? So you can make negative interrogative that here you see. So here I make negative is I do not play cricket. So here, so with the help of don't, we can make negative interrogative. Don't I play football? Don't I play football? Or you can use it. Do I not play football? So this is negative interrogative. That's no questions we made. So do I play football? Don't I play football? Or do I not play football? So when you divide do plus not, right? So after the subject it comes not, right? It comes. So now here affirmative. I play football. Play itself, it includes do plus play. With the help of do, we can make a negative sentence, interrogative sentence, negative interrogative sentence. So here negative sentence, I do not play football. Interrogative, do I play football? Negative interrogative, don't I play football? So if I change this into, for example, if I write she plays. If I write this, she plays football. She plays football. So how you do here? Plays means what? Does plus play. So what is the negative? She does not play. She does not play football. She does not play football. So here, so negative interrogative, with the help of does we can make interrogative helping verb. Does she not? Does she not play? Does she play football? Does she play football? So what is the answer here? What is the negative interrogative? Doesn't she play football? Doesn't she play football? Or as usual, you know that. Does she not play football? Does she not play football? Okay, for example, they sing well. I gave you one sentence. They sing well. Affirmative sentence. What is the negative sentence of they sing well? Sing means here do plus sing, right? They do not sing well. So what is the interrogative? Positive interrogative. So interrogative is here. What is it? Do they sing well? Right. Negative interrogative. Don't they sing well? Do they not sing well? So in the same way we can write. So here, so how to make sentences? Making sentences in simple present tense. Affirmative sentence in simple present tense. Negative sentence in simple present. Interrogative sentences in simple present. Negative interrogative in simple present tense. For example, they give you like this. She plays football in examination. They will ask you to write with a to get an answer yes no. So how do you answer? Does she play football? This is one way. And here negative, doesn't she play football? This is one. So shall I give you? I'll give you one more example. You will understand better. Here she goes to church. Right. One more example. Goes means what? Whenever es comes in, that means what? Does plus go. You just remember this formula. Right. So now here, right, if I say that go, do plus go. Right. She goes to church. Now here, what is the negative sentence? She does, right? She doesn't go to church. She doesn't go to church. Interrogative, how do we write? With the help of does, we can make a sentence. Does she go to church? Does she go to church? Here negative, doesn't she go to church? In day-to-day English, we commit mistakes here. Especially in simple present tense. Here simply we speak that she doesn't goes to church. She doesn't goes to school. In such a way we use. So here avoid those mistakes by learning simple present tense perfectly. We can avoid such kind of mistakes when we learn simple present tense perfectly.